What's up, guys? So today what we're going to be doing is installing a fuse box on the passenger side under the dash in my Mitsubishi Mirage or the go-kart. So let me show you what we're going to be putting in there. It's going to be this, just an aftermarket fuse box. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 fusible locations on there. You can see they've just got spots there. You got a power in at the top, then a ground at the bottom with groundable bus bar right there. And then there we go. So this does come off of here. Looks like that. You can just run your fuses in there. It does come with fuses, comes with some hardware screws. Also comes with some labels. I don't think I'm going to be using any of those. That is the product right there. I ordered this on Amazon. I will put a link in the description for where I bought this. Now, I already have one in my car. I did put a video up a while back of very brief of me installing it. But it was only the six location fuses, and I really wanted more than that. And my cover broke. One of the little tabs on my cover broke, so the cover keeps falling off. So we're going to be putting this one in there instead, swapping them out. And I'll just kind of walk you guys through how I did that. Okay, so for those of you that have never wired one of these in, this is very similar to the fuse box that we're going to be putting in the car. Aftermarket fuse box, got it on Amazon. This is just a smaller one that I have. They got a little protective case on there. Pretty simple to wire these up. Pull the case off. Okay. So basically you have two sides here. You have the hot side and then you have the negative side. You can see they're pretty clearly marked, negative, positive. So to wire this in, all you do is run a hot from here to your battery. It needs to be fused, and it needs to be a pretty hefty gauge wire. I'm using a 4-gauge wire. Just so you know, that might be a little bit overkill, but that's what I'm using here. Oops. And then a 4-gauge wire ground. Now this can just go ground to your frame or somewhere in the car. But you also need to run a fuse to your hot. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. I mean, if you had 20 amp circuits running off of all of these, it just kind of gives you an idea that you need a pretty big fuse on this thing. Now, are you ever going to draw that much current? Probably not. But you know, this has the ability to hold a 25 amp fuse and even bigger. So you're going to want a pretty big fuse here. I think I've got 100 amps fused into the power. So basically you got your fused power coming in, then you've got it grounded. You've also got multiple grounding locations here if you need to ground some other circuits. And then all you do is every fused circuit that you want, the power comes off of these spots. And then you just take your fuse, however big you need, put it in there, bam, you're ready to go. Now, a nice feature of these particular fuse boxes, and very similar to the one that we're going to be putting in the car, is it has an LED light that indicates to you which fuse is blown. So for instance, if I've got this running to a light or something, and this fuse pops, that light will turn red. That way I know when I go to look in here and see what's going on, I know, hey, that fuse is bad or something's going on with this circuit. Really nice feature, really like these fuse boxes. Pretty easy to wire up as well. So you can see here's where that relay is getting its power from. This guy right here. We got it fused right down there, right there. Then it runs across the firewall. And then I've got a little firewall grommet that goes in right there. And it comes out, I don't know if there's any way we're gonna be able to see this, but it comes out way up in there. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so got everything ready to go. Got this was a cover right there. This uses a 10mm socket to get that battery off of there, or to get that nut off of there. And we just pulled the hot wire going to that fuse box, so should be good and safe. That way we don't short any wires or arc anything or catch anything on fire, because we don't want that. Fires are bad. See, so here is the old fuse box. See what I'm talking about? The cover already fell off. And you can kind of see where I have this. There's the glove box, driver's seat, right there's the dash. So it's just right up in here on this quarter panel here. You can see the hot wire coming in right there. That's that fused one I showed you guys that came in through the firewall. Then the ground wire is that other gray one right there. Then that runs under the carpet, runs under this panel, runs under here, runs under the carpet, comes out right here. There is a common ground under this carpet that the factory had. So that's where that fuse box is grounded to. So all we're gonna do is unplug all those hot wires there and then pull that old fuse box off of there and put the new one in its place. Okay, well, as you can see, I've got everything pulled out. I had all the fuses pulled, and then I pulled all the wires off of it. The last thing to do now, I even got that top mounting screw there pulled out. Last thing to do is pull out this last screw that's holding it on. Dang, that is in there, holy cow. Come on, baby, come on. Okay, got it out, I think. Yep, there we go, got it. Okay, so, oh, we still got two on there. Either way, the fuses are out of those, so those are not live wires. But there's the naked spot there. There's the hot, there's the ground. Again, those are not attached, so that's not gonna arc to anything. All we gotta do now is put that bigger fuse box in its place. Okay, so there is the new fuse box in place. I've only got two screws holding it in, that one and the one on the top, simply because the ones at the back are just too hard to get to. And you don't really need a bunch. I mean, that thing is secure. That thing's not gonna go anywhere. I had to use my my right angle, excuse me, my 90-degree drill to get those holes in there. And man, I forgot how big of a pain in the ass that is. I mean, I'm holding that thing in here like this. I barely got any room. So I can't really get any weight behind my drill to get those starter holes in place. And then I had to use my little short screwdriver to actually drive those things, because that's all that'll fit in there. And if I tried to use my drill with a Phillips head bit, I just stripped my screws out. So anyway, I'm glad that's in there, and I don't really want to change that one out again because that's a pain in the butt. Okay guys, it's all wired up. You can see the ground distro block down here at the bottom, the power coming in, fused under the hood as you guys saw, and then every circuit running out the side with a corresponding fuse. Then it all comes into a bundle here. Some of it goes down to the back of the car and some of it goes through the dash. And you know, wherever it goes. Some of it goes up there, some of it stays out here, but you can see I got it all cleaned up, all loomed up, you know, as nice as I could anyway. So all that's left to do now is put the cover on that thing, and then it'll be nice and protected. Okay, so here it is with the cover on it, tucked away, nice and neat. That thing's clicked into place. Very nice, very nice. Kind of hard to get to, but you know, tucks away real good. You can't even see it once you put the glove box back in, which is kind of the way I want it, incognito, you know.